On our website, you can get PDF learning materials for free. Please visit englist.me.
Relation.
The way two persons or groups of people feel and act toward one another.
Examples:
Relation between cause and effect. Relation of inclusion. The industrial relations laws were passed with little to no alteration.
Formal.
Following established, public or official forms and conventions, often in a serious or somber manner.
Examples:
A formal festival. Formal request. The event required formal attire, so he wore a suit and tie.
Structure.
The way of construction of something and the arrangement of its parts, or a complex thing constructed of many parts.
Examples:
The structure of a machine. Structure and function of the brain. The organizational structure of startups is often flat and straightforward.
Outskirt.
The part of a town or city away from the center, typically the suburbs, the fringe or border of something.
Examples:
The outskirt of the forest. On the western outskirts. The outskirt of the city was quieter and more peaceful than the busy downtown area.
Discuss.
To talk about or examine in detail, through conversation or debate, to exchange ideas, opinions, or information on a particular topic.
Examples:
Discuss options. Discuss solutions. We need to discuss the next steps for the project during our meeting tomorrow.
Overhaul.
A thorough examination, evaluation, or inspection of something, often with the intent of making necessary improvements, a major reorganization or restructuring of a system or process. Verb: to thoroughly examine, repair, and improve something to ensure that it is functioning properly and up to standard.
Examples:
Overhaul process. Vehicle overhaul. The mechanic suggested an overhaul of the engine to improve performance.
Simplify.
To make something more straightforward, more understandable, or easier to do.
Examples:
Simplify my life. Simplify the process. Please simplify your explanation for the children.
Release.
To set free or allow to escape from confinement.
Examples:
Release a prisoner. Release CO2 into the air. The animal rights group worked to release the dolphins back into the wild.
Passion.
Intense, driving, or overpowering feeling or conviction.
Examples:
Passion hobby. Passion drive. Her passion for cooking is evident in every dish she prepares.
Progressive.
Relating to or supporting development or advancement, especially social or political one.
Examples:
Progressive taxation. Progressive development. The progressive approach to education emphasizes hands-on learning and student-centered classrooms.
Dense.
Containing a large number of people or something with little space between them.
Examples:
Nutrient-dense foods. Dense forests. The entire mountain is covered in dense rainforest.
Counsel.
Advice or guidance given by a person with specialized knowledge or experience, particularly in a professional or legal context. The act of providing advice or guidance.
Examples:
Take counsel. Career counsel. She sought the counsel of her trusted advisor before making a decision.
Phenomenon.
Something that exists and can be perceptible, especially one that is not fully understood.
Examples:
Natural phenomenon. Historical phenomenon. A rainbow is a natural phenomenon.
Invasion.
Armies act of forcibly entering another country or territory to take control of it.
Examples:
The Turkish invasion. Home invasion. An invasion would most probably result in a political catastrophe.
Affected.
Influenced, feeling or showing emotion, especially exaggerated emotion, not natural or sincere.
Examples:
Affected way of walking. The affected part. Her affected accent made it difficult to take her seriously.
Ordinary.
Not different, exceptional, or unexpected in any way, especially in quality, ability, size, or degree.
Examples:
An ordinary school. Ordinary annual revenue. The ordinary session of the Diet opened.
Hike.
A long walk or journey, especially for pleasure or exercise, an increase in cost.
Examples:
Go on a hike. A hike in prices. The family decided to hike in the mountains to enjoy the beautiful scenery.
Grizzly.
A large North American bear species, often with grayish or brownish fur. A person who has streaks of gray or white hair.
Examples:
Grizzly size. Grisly encounter. The hiker stumbled upon a grizzly bear in the woods and quickly retreated.
Preserve.
To keep or maintain a particular quality, feature, etc., especially to prevent it from decaying, being damaged, or being destroyed.
Examples:
Preserve my strength. Preserve a country's heritage. They worked hard to preserve the nature of their native lands.
Wholly.
Completely, entirely, or fully.
Examples:
Wholly unaware. Entrust wholly. He spoke wholly about his experience.
Concerned.
Feeling worry or interest about something, showing interest or attention.
Examples:
Persons concerned. Concerned citizen. I am concerned about the safety of the children playing in the park.
Terrify.
To frighten someone very much.
Examples:
Terrify people. The threats terrify him. It would be best not to terrify your associates into doing complex tasks.
Involve.
To include or affect someone or something as a necessary part of something else.
Examples:
Involve a lot of paperwork. Involve a high degree of risk. The investigation involves several government agencies and is expected to take several months.
Episode.
A happening or story that is distinctive in a series of related events, an abrupt short period during which someone suffers from the effects of a physical or mental illness.
Examples:
End of the first episode. Episode of vertigo. I want to put that episode of my life behind me.
Threaten.
To utter intentions of injury or punishment against someone.
Examples:
Threaten a healthy relationship. Threaten national security. Various artificially induced causes are threatening our ecosystem.
Sue.
To claim a person or organization, especially by filing a legal claim for money or redress.
Examples:
Sue a company for damages. Sue my boss for harassment. He planned to sue the organization for negligence.
Grade.
A particular level of quality, size, importance, etc.
Examples:
Boys in the 12th grade. Students at all grade levels. Departments may set requirements for a higher grade point average.
Principal.
Most important, main, or chief.
Examples:
Principal actor. Principal responsible. The principal reason for the company's success is its innovative products.
Drag.
To pull or haul with force.
Examples:
Drag a chair over. Drag a team down. He dragged the heavy suitcase behind him as he walked.
Proceed.
To move forward or to continue with a process or action, to advance or progress.
Examples:
Proceed with caution. Proceed to the next step. We can now proceed with the next item on our agenda.
Argument.
A set of statements or reasons used to support or refute a proposition or theory, a verbal or physical fight or dispute.
Examples.
A blazing argument. The argument against capital punishment. The argument between the two sides over the proposed policy was heated.
Aft.
The opposite of forward, located at or towards the rear or back of a ship, aircraft, or other vehicle.
Examples.
Aft cabin. Aft view. The aft section of the ship suffered significant damage after the collision with the reef.
Sleeplessness.
The condition of being unable to sleep or having difficulty sleeping.
Examples.
Sleeplessness disorder. Beat sleeplessness. He tried various treatments for his sleeplessness, but nothing seemed to work.
Capitulate.
To surrender, especially under agreed-upon conditions, usually after a prolonged resistance, to acknowledge defeat or give in to an opponent or adversary.
Examples.
Capitulate under pressure. Capitulate to fear. The opposing army finally decided to capitulate and surrender to the victorious troops.
Stud.
A small object with a head on one end and a sharp point on the other, used for fastening clothing, leather, or other materials. An animal used for breeding, typically a male horse or bull that is of superior breeding stock. Verb, to decorate or adorn with studs, to provide with studs for support.
Examples.
Horse stud. Wall stud. He bought a new stud to attach the strap to his watch.
Leadership.
The ability, act, or status of leading a group of people or an organization.
Examples.
Under his leadership. Leadership by politicians. The country's leadership has decided to take large-scale measures against global warming.
Confer.
To have a meeting or discussion, to come to a decision or agreement or exchange ideas, to bestow something.
Examples.
Confer degree. Confer honor. The leaders of the two countries met to confer on the issue.
Liability.
A legal or financial responsibility or obligation.
Examples.
Liability insurance. Liability for military service. The company is facing a potential liability of millions of dollars due to the lawsuit.
Forth.
Forward, outward, or onward in location, direction, or progress, into view or consideration, with confidence, boldness, or in the open.
Examples.
Bring forth a beautiful vase. Call forth demand. I pushed forth with my new project, even though it would take much hard work.
Biology.
The scientific study of life and the natural processes of living things.
Examples:
Evolutionary biology, cell and molecular biology. In junior high school, we had to dissect a frog in biology class.
Nation.
A large organized community of people living in a particular country or region and having a particular culture.
Examples:
Nation-state, a seafaring nation. The nation of Japan is known for its unique culture and advanced technology.
Disabled.
Having a physical or mental condition that limits someone's specific actions that most other people can do.
Examples:
A disabled veteran, a learning disabled child. She was disabled in a car accident.
Foundation.
The lowest load-bearing part of a building, typically below ground level, a fundamental basis or principle upon which something is built or established, an organization that provides funding or support for charitable or educational purposes.
Examples:
Foundation course, weak foundation. The foundation of the building was cracked and needed to be repaired.
Minefield.
An area or situation that contains a hidden danger or risk, particularly a literal minefield of explosives or a figurative minefield of potential problems or missteps.
Examples:
Enter a political minefield. Navigate the minefield. The corporate restructuring process was a minefield with many obstacles that needed to be navigated.
Imperceptible.
Undetectable or indiscernible by the senses or by normal means of measurement, extremely subtle, faint, or gradual.
Examples:
Imperceptible movement. Imperceptible difference. The sound was imperceptible to the human ear, but the sensitive microphone could pick it up.
Pediatrics.
The branch of medicine that deals with the care and treatment of children.
Examples:
Pediatrics department. Pediatrics clinic. I am studying pediatrics in medical school because I love working with children.
Patient.
A person who is receiving medical treatment, care, or attention from a healthcare professional, such as a doctor, nurse, or therapist, a personal quality or characteristic.
Examples:
Patient in the hospital. Patient with weight loss. The doctor carefully examined the patient's medical history.
Cuff.
A band or strip of material, usually worn around the wrist or ankle, often used to secure or fasten something in place, a blow or hit delivered with an open hand, typically to the head or ear.
Examples:
Cuff bracelet. Soft cuff. The doctor used a blood pressure cuff to measure my vitals.
Firm.
Resolute or unwavering in decision-making or action, strong or secure in structure, make or composition, reliable, trustworthy, or dependable. Noun, a business or company.
Examples:
Firm grip. Accounting firm. The firm deadline for submitting the project is tomorrow, so we need to work efficiently to finish on time.
Quest.
A long or challenging search for something.
Examples:
The quest for truth. On a quest for happiness. That adventurer traveled in quest of buried treasure.
Candidate.
A person who is seeking or being considered for some kind of position, title, honor, or award, a job applicant.
Examples:
Candidate selection. PhD candidate. The candidate's platform focused on healthcare reform and reducing income inequality.
Sinister.
Giving the impression that something bad or evil is happening or will happen.
Examples:
Sinister look. In sinister terms. The dark clouds in the sky gave off a sinister feeling.
Bulge.
To protrude or extend outward.
Examples:
Bulge at the enterprise. Bulge with books. The muscles in his arm bulged as he lifted the heavy weights.
Motif.
A recurring element in an artistic or literary work, typically a particular image or idea, a theme that is repeated or elaborated in a piece of music.
Examples:
Animal motif. The motif of a music piece. The repeating floral motif in the wallpaper added a touch of elegance to the room.
Innuendo.
An indirect or subtle suggestion, hint, or insinuation, typically of a negative or derogatory nature, often in a suggestive or critical way.
Examples:
Sexual innuendo. Subtle innuendo. He made several innuendos about her personal life during the meeting.
Tort.
A civil wrong or breach of duty that results in harm or loss to someone, for which legal action can be taken to claim compensation.
Examples:
Intentional tort. Tort of negligence. The lawyer presented a strong case to win the tort lawsuit.
Reformer.
A person who makes changes to a system or law to improve it.
Examples:
Education reformer. Catalytic reformer. He is regarded as a passionate social reformer.
Alarm.
A loud noise or an automatic signal that warns people of danger. A device that signals the occurrence of some undesirable event or particular danger.
Examples.
Give the alarm. An alarm clock. The alarm announcing an enemy attack went off this morning.
Lawsuit.
A legal action taken by one party against another in a court of law, typically seeking damages or some other form of remedy for perceived wrongs or harms suffered.
Examples.
Lawsuit settlement. File a lawsuit. The company is facing a lawsuit for its alleged discrimination against employees.
Crazy.
Stupid or not sensible, very angry.
Examples.
Crazy about cars and racing. A crazy scheme. The rain and thunder are crazy today.
District.
A part of a country or town, especially one with particular features.
Examples.
School districts. Urban districts. Since 2001, the district has provided training programs for automotive technicians.
Doll.
A child's toy that typically represents a human figure, especially a young girl, an attractive woman, a woman who is subservient or passive.
Examples.
Plastic doll. Rag doll. The antique doll was worth thousands of dollars.
Pants.
An item of clothing that covers the lower part of the body and each leg separately, typically with a waistband and two legs.
Examples.
Woolly pants. Pajama pants. I always wear pants when I go outside, even in the summer.
Appealing.
Attractive or exciting, evoking a positive response or desire, having qualities that are likely to encourage someone to like or enjoy something.
Examples.
Appealing design. An appealing offer. The well-crafted plot and interesting characters made the book very appealing to readers.
Relative.
Considered and evaluated through comparison with something else.
Examples.
A remote relative. Relative factors. Most countries prohibit sexual activity between certain close relatives.
Crippling.
Causing someone to become unable to walk or move, causing severe damage or harm.
Examples.
Crippling debt. A crippling strike. He is still struggling with a crippling disease.
Tip.
The top or extreme point of something slender or tapering, usually a mountain or hill. A piece of advice about something practical, a small amount of money given for services.
Examples.
The tip of a paintbrush. Give the waiter a tip. I will introduce some tips on learning English in this class.
Iceberg.
A large piece of ice floating in the sea, detached from a glacier.
Examples:
hit an iceberg. Iceberg melting. The ship encountered a series of icebergs and had to change its course.
Judgment.
The ability to form valuable opinions and make reasonable decisions.
Examples:
an emotional judgment. Deliver a judgment. Her judgments are consistently rational and sensible.
Redress.
To correct an error, a fault, or something bad.
Examples:
redress a person. Redress gender disparities. That monk tried to redress wrongs in his kingdom in a nonviolent manner.
Regulation.
An official rule made and maintained by a government or some other authority, the act of controlling or directing something according to a rule.
Examples:
a company regulation. Regulation by the government. The regulation approved by Congress was perfunctorily implemented.
Pollute.
To make an area or substance, such as land, air, water, etc., dirty or harmful to living things, by adding waste matter or harmful chemicals.
Examples:
pollute the air. Pollute the thread. We should do our best not to pollute the environment.
Vocabulary.
The words used by a language, group, or individual, the knowledge and understanding of words and their meanings that a person possesses.
Examples:
vocabulary list. Academic vocabulary. Using proper vocabulary is essential for writing a good essay.
Frame.
A strong border or structure of the wood, metal, etc. that surrounds something such as a picture, door, or window.
Examples:
a picture frame. The frame of the policy. The detective looked for fingerprints on the window frame.
Refer.
To direct someone's attention, thoughts, or questions to another source or person, to mention, cite, or allude to something as evidence or support.
Examples:
refer to a book. Refer to a map. Please refer to the instruction manual for further assistance.
Dispute.
A disagreement, argument, or controversy between two people, groups, or countries, especially a formal one.
Examples:
a legal dispute over the title. Dispute settlement. The dispute over the ownership of the land has been ongoing for years.
Individual.
A single person or thing, as distinct from a group.
Examples:
a private individual. Individual freedom. As an individual, he had the right to make his own decisions and live his life as he saw fit.
Peer.
A person who has the same age, status, or ability.
Examples:
Peer group. Peer review. Among young people, peer pressure can be pretty influential.
Microscope.
An instrument used to see objects or substances that are too small to be seen with the naked eye.
Examples:
Microscope slide. Electron microscope. I used an optical microscope to observe the small organisms in the water sample.
Extenuate.
To lessen or partially excuse the seriousness, magnitude, or impact of something, typically by providing explanations or mitigating factors, to make something appear less severe or significant.
Examples:
Extenuate the fault. Extenuate the circumstances. The apology did little to extenuate the gravity of the offense committed.
Circumstance.
The specific conditions or events that surround a particular situation or occurrence.
Examples:
Circumstance of birth. Circumstance of injury. She explained the circumstances surrounding the accident.
Hindsight.
Understanding or knowledge that comes after an event has occurred, the ability to perceive or understand events with greater clarity or accuracy in retrospect.
Examples:
Hindsight bias. 20/20's hindsight. With hindsight, we can see that investing in that company was a mistake.
Bias.
A strong feeling in favor of or against one group of people, an idea, or thing, often not based on fair judgment.
Examples:
Bias against a big company. Have a bias towards socialism. She researched gender bias in politics.
Scenario.
A description of possible actions or events in the future, a written outline of a play, film, or literary work.
Examples:
The worst case scenario. Number of different scenarios. The president prepared several possible scenarios for an enemy attack.
Sketch.
A simple, quickly made picture that does not have many details, a short descriptive summary of something.
Examples:
A penciled sketch. First design sketches. Yesterday, I created a rough sketch of the plan.
Squint.
To look at something with half-closed eyes, especially when trying to see more clearly or in bright light. To consider or examine something with suspicion, doubt, or skepticism.
Examples:
Squint against the sun. Squint at the radar screen. I had to squint my eyes to read the small print on the menu.
Hop.
To jump lightly and quickly on one foot or both feet, to move rapidly from one place to another, to travel using an aircraft, bus, etc.
Examples:
hop on one foot. Hop from one place to another. The rabbit hopped over the fence.
Judge.
A person who makes decisions in a court of law. Verb, to determine the result of or form a critical opinion of something.
Examples:
judge a competition. An associate judge. The strict judge ruled in favor of the plaintiff in the case.
Accident.
An unfortunate event, especially one causing damage or injury.
Examples:
cause an accident. Injury in a car accident. The accident partially destroyed my vehicle.
Extinct.
No longer in existence.
Examples:
extinct by human activity. Long extinct volcano. Many species have become extinct due to habitat destruction and other human activities.
Utopia.
An ideal and perfect society in which all social and political problems have been solved, and all members live in harmony and prosperity.
Examples:
perfect utopia. A utopia for an engineer. The concept of utopia is often viewed as an impossible or unrealistic goal, as it goes beyond what is currently possible.
Formula.
A group of symbols, letters, or numbers that represent a rule, law, or mathematical statement.
Examples:
structural formula. A binomial formula. The teacher told the students to memorize the math formula.
Paralysis.
A condition in which you are unable to move or lose control of part or most of the body because of illness or injury.
Examples:
moral paralysis. Paralysis in the leg. Massive demonstrations lead to total paralysis of transportation.
Basis.
The most important facts, ideas, or events from which something is developed, the way how things are organized or arranged.
Examples:
on an equal basis. Basis for calculation. This evidence will form the basis for our discussion.
Propose.
To make a proposal, declare a plan for something.
Examples:
propose the amendment. Propose changes. I want to propose a toast in honor of our long-standing relationship.
Broad.
Very wide, general.
Examples:
attract broad attention. A broad mind. He accumulated wealth across a broad spectrum of assets.
Absolutely.
Without restriction or limitation, completely or utterly.
Examples:
absolutely against. Absolutely obsessed with the girl. I am absolutely opposed to his idea because of morality.
Vital.
Necessary for the success or continued existence of something.
Examples.
Play a vital role. Vital for a healthy society. Perseverance and optimism are vital to success.
Anecdote.
A short and amusing or interesting story about a real incident or person.
Examples.
Personal anecdote. Funny anecdote. She entertained the guests with anecdotes about her travels and experiences.
Macro.
Computing, a set of instructions that automate a frequently used series of keystrokes or mouse actions. Photography, a lens that allows you to take close-up photographs. Economics, a large-scale economic policy or system.
Examples.
Macroeconomy. Macro scale. Macrophotography is a technique that allows you to take close-up photos of small objects.
Healthcare.
The organized activity or business of preserving mental and physical health by preventing or treating illness through services offered by the health profession.
Examples.
Healthcare agency. Rising healthcare cost. In an aging population, citizens must pay more to maintain quality healthcare.
Transform.
To change an outward structure or looks.
Examples.
Transform an education system. Transform heat into power. My father's death transformed my life completely.
Pervade.
To spread throughout something, to permeate.
Examples.
Pervade society. Pervade an atmosphere. The smell of baking bread pervaded the kitchen.
Defend.
To protect someone or something from attack, criticism, danger, etc.
Examples.
Defend my country. Defend against a threat. International law allows each nation to defend itself when its rights and interests are illegally violated.
Universal.
Existing or affecting everywhere or everyone.
Examples.
Universal life. Principles of universal design. The picture earned near universal acclaim from critics.
Distrust.
A lack of trust or confidence in someone or something.
Examples.
Distrust in politics. Growing distrust. The employee's consistent tardiness and lack of accountability made her coworkers develop distrust in her abilities.
Justice.
The quality of being fair and reasonable and treating people equally according to their due.
Examples.
Criminal justice. Justice of heaven. The judge's ruling was based on the principles of justice and fairness.
Defensive.
Used or intended to protect someone or something against attack or aggression.
Examples:
Assume the defensive. Defensive weapons. Boxing fans often criticize his defensive stance.
Medicinal.
Of or relating to the treatment or cure of disease.
Examples:
Medicinal chemistry. Traditional medicinal. The medicinal properties of this herb have been known to help with various ailments.
Reliable.
Worthy of being relied on, trustworthy.
Examples:
Reliable access. Guarantee reliable delivery. Trains are reliable, inexpensive, and ideal for long-distance travel.
Estimate.
To guess or calculate the cost, the size, value, etc. of something.
Examples:
Estimate of fair value. Estimate this chicken to weigh 3 pounds. We estimated the season's total trade deficit at $50 billion.
Studied.
Deliberately considered or scrutinized, carefully thought out or planned.
Examples:
Studied analysis. Well-studied decision. His speech was carefully crafted and delivered with studied confidence.
Institute.
An organization that has a specific purpose, particularly one dealing with science, education, or a particular profession. Verb, to initiate, introduce, or establish something.
Examples:
Institute a lawsuit. Research institutes. This region has many institutes offering higher education.
Chill.
A feeling of coldness that makes one shiver. Verb, to make cool or cooler.
Examples:
The chill of autumn. Feel a slight chill. His swear words cast a chill on the party.
Professional.
Having or showing the skill appropriate to a particular job, competent or skillful.
Examples:
Professional athlete. Certified professional secretary. He has a professional demeanor and always presents himself in a polished manner.
Interaction.
The act of connecting with someone, mainly when working, playing, or spending time with them.
Examples:
The interaction between man and his environment. Interaction among human beings. The interaction of the two groups is good for brainstorming.
Tragic.
Causing great sadness or suffering, very unfortunate.
Examples:
Tragic love stories. Tragic death. The tragic events of the war left many families torn apart.
Dose.
A quantity or amount of medicine or a drug that is taken or administered at one time, typically measured out in specific units, a similar measure of exposure to a harmful substance or radiation.
Examples:
Dose adjustment. Daily dose. She took the recommended dose of medication to treat her headache.
Responsible.
Answerable or accountable for something within one's power, control, or management.
Examples:
Responsible action. Responsible for customer service. She's a responsible pet owner who ensures her dog gets enough exercise and a healthy diet.
Literally.
In the real or original meaning of a word or phrase, in a literal sense or way, not figuratively.
Examples:
Translate literally. Bite his tongue literally. He literally jumped out of his chair when he heard the news.
Drown.
To die or cause to die by being unable to breathe underwater.
Examples:
Drown in a bath. I was drowned in work. Floods have the potential to drown any subsurface animals easily.
Separate.
To force, take, or pull apart, mark as different.
Examples:
Separate video into chapter. Separate cream from milk. We need to separate the aspect of his personality from the part of his competence when making an investment decision.
Sect.
A group of people who follow a particular religious or philosophical belief system, especially one that is regarded as outside the norm or mainstream.
Examples:
Sect beliefs. Secret sect. The minority sect believed in a set of unconventional religious practices.
Concept.
An idea or principle associated with something abstract.
Examples:
Learn new concepts. Concept car. One such rapidly growing concept is quantum cryptography.
Process.
A series of actions or operations performed to achieve a particular outcome or goal, a systematic procedure or approach used to accomplish a specific task or objective, a method of treating milk to make it suitable for consumption or use in other dairy products.
Examples:
Process improvement. Decision-making process. The process for applying for a visa can be lengthy and complicated.
Tolerance.
The willingness to accept or tolerate something, especially something that is different or unpleasant.
Examples:
Religious tolerance. Tolerance for risk. The school's diversity program aimed to promote tolerance and understanding among the students.
Discreet.
Characterized by the ability to keep secrets or maintain confidentiality, showing prudence, tact, or reserve in behavior or speech, not likely to draw attention or cause offense.
Examples:
Discreet manner. Discreet conversation. He was discreet with the sensitive information he had been entrusted with.
Suspend.
To stop something from continuing or being in force or effect, either temporarily or permanently, to hang something freely.
Examples:
Suspend a decision. Suspend fruits from the ceiling. The university suspended the most recalcitrant demonstrators.
Decline.
To become gradually smaller, fewer, worse, etc., to refuse to accept.
Examples:
Decline a job offer. Decline in quality. As people age, their digestive capacity also gradually declines.
Attribute.
To say or regard that something is the result of a particular thing, noun, a quality or feature that someone or something possesses.
Examples:
Attribute the change to their marriage. Attribute directly to sales. He attributes the disappointing results to the economic downturn.
Agenda.
A list or outline of things to be done, discussed, or considered.
Examples:
Agenda setting. Ambitious agenda. The agenda for the meeting includes discussions on the budget and new project proposals.
Survey.
An investigation of the opinions, behavior, etc. of a particular group of people, made by asking people questions.
Examples:
A comprehensive survey. Recent survey. That survey shows that people are accepting the tax increase to some extent.
Maintain.
To continue to uphold or sustain, to keep in a particular state or condition, to assert or declare something to be true.
Examples:
Maintain order. Maintain good health. I need to maintain my car regularly to prevent any major mechanical issues.
Suppose.
To think that something is likely to be actual or possible.
Examples:
Suppose you're right. Suppose beforehand. What do you suppose the culprit's motive was?
Disrupt.
To prevent or stop something, especially an event, activity, or process, from continuing in the usual way by causing a problem or disturbance.
Examples:
Disrupt a well-ordered condition. Disrupt sleep. I'm so sorry to disrupt you when you're pretty busy.
Assert.
To state something firmly and confidently, often in a way that is intended to convince others that it is true.
Examples:
Assert a free society. Assert a claim for unjust enrichment. She asserted that she was innocent, despite the evidence against her.
Claim.
To assert that something is true, to demand or request something as one's own, to lay legal or moral right to something. Noun, a demand or assertion of a right or something that one believes to be true.
Examples:
Claim responsibility. False claim. He wants to claim ownership of the abandoned property.
Viol.
A stringed instrument, typically with 6 strings and frets, played with a bow, also called a viola da gamba.
Examples:
Viol instrument. Viol music. The viol player was rehearsing for an upcoming concert.
Indication.
A sign or remark that something exists, is real, or is likely to occur.
Examples:
Indication of inflation. Environmental indication. Faces are a good indication of age.
Corrosion.
The process of gradual deterioration or destruction of a material, typically metal, due to a chemical reaction with its environment, often resulting in rust or decay.
Examples:
Metal corrosion. Chemical corrosion. The old pipes in the building showed signs of severe corrosion, leading to leaks and water damage.
Government.
The group of people with authority to control a country or state.
Examples:
Government bureaucracy. Government funding. The federal government is planning to increase taxes for the next fiscal year.
Union.
A group of employees who have banded together to advocate for their rights and better their working conditions. The act or the state of joining together or being joined together.
Examples:
Bank and credit unions. A craft union. The trade union remained adamant about its demands.
President.
The leader of a republic, for example, the U.S., the person in charge of the organization, such as a company, university, club, etc.
Examples:
President Emeritus. Vice President for Finance. The club president does not have absolute power.
Railroad.
Metal tracks laid with rails on which trains run, a system of tracks with the trains operated by an organization.
Examples:
Coast-to-coast railroad. Railroad industry. The town was founded in the 19th century as a stop on the railroad, and it grew rapidly as a result.
Interstate.
Between or involving different states, equals the territory occupied by one of the constituent administrative districts of a nation.
Examples:
Interstate disputes. Interstate travel. The interstate highway connects the major cities of the state.
Highway.
A main road, especially one connecting major towns or cities.
Examples:
Highway system. An interstate highway. I'm going to take the highway to get to my destination faster.
Compete.
To strive to achieve more success than someone or something.
Examples:
Compete against a friend. Compete fiercely. You must compete with others to obtain this position.
Environment.
The natural world such as air, water, and land in which humans, animals, and plants live.
Examples:
Environment affairs. Chaotic environment. Every human is responsible for taking care of the Earth's environment.
Evolve.
To develop gradually, or to cause the development of something or someone gradually.
Examples:
Evolve. Evolve over the past decade. Eyeless fish evolved in dark caves.
Pebble.
A small, smooth, rounded rock, especially one worn by the action of water.
Examples:
Drop a pebble into a pond. Pebble pathway. She picked up a pebble from the beach and put it in her pocket as a souvenir.
Litigation.
The process of resolving legal disputes through the court system.
Examples:
Civil litigation. Litigation process. The government is considering litigation against the company for environmental violations.
Idiot.
A foolish or stupid person who lacks common sense or judgment, a derogatory term used to describe someone who is mentally deficient.
Examples:
Idiot driver. What an idiot. He acted like an idiot and spilled his drink all over the floor.
County.
An administrative division of a country or state, typically one of several comprising a larger division.
Examples:
County seat. Throughout the county. The county's population has been increasing rapidly in recent years.
Ban.
To officially or legally forbid or refuse to allow something.
Examples:
Ban gender-related job discrimination. Ban any type of cloning. We should ban mildly violent video games from a child's development perspective.
Recess.
A period of time when the members of a parliament, committee, etc., are adjourned, a short break in a trial in court.
Examples:
A court recess. During noon recess. The company decided to take a recess and reconvene the meeting later that day.
Warn.
To make someone aware of potential danger or difficulty, particularly one that may occur in the future.
Examples.
Warn a reckless driver. Warned me of the plan. I attempted to warn him, but he ignored me.
Label.
A small piece of paper, fabric, or other material attached to an object and giving information about it. Verb, to assign to a category.
Examples.
A mailing label. Label a bag with my name. The label on the food package lists the ingredients and nutritional information.
Caution.
Great care and attention that you take to avoid danger or mistakes, a warning against certain acts.
Examples.
Extreme caution. Act with caution. He gave a stern caution to the naughty student.
Archaeology.
The branch of anthropology that studies prehistoric people and their cultures.
Examples.
The Institute of Archaeology. Prehistoric archaeology. She teaches archaeology at the local university.
Extreme.
Very great in amount or degree.
Examples.
Extreme sports. Extreme weather events. Solar gravity creates extreme pressures and temperatures.
Aphrodisiac.
A substance that is believed to enhance sexual desire or performance.
Examples.
Powerful aphrodisiac. Herbal aphrodisiac. Oysters are believed to be a natural aphrodisiac, encouraging sexual desire.
Explanation.
The information or arguments that someone provides to make something understandable or clear.
Examples.
The explanation for the failure. Detailed explanation. The following explanation is currently being used to explain the phenomenon in question.
Lure.
To tempt or persuade someone to do something.
Examples.
Lure prey. Lure foreign investment. The salesperson used a special offer to lure customers into buying the product.
Prong.
A pointed projecting part, typically one of two or more, on a fork or other implement. A projecting pointed part of an antler equals branched structure that grows from the head of most male deer and some female deer.
Examples.
Prong hook. The prong on the electrical outlet. The fork had a sharp prong for skewering meat.
Hook.
A curved device used for suspending, holding, or pulling something, especially one attached to a surface for hanging things on, a sharp curve or crook.
Examples.
A hat hook. The curved shape of a hook. Please hang your towel on a hook.
Harmful.
Causing or likely to damage or injury to somebody or something.
Examples.
Harmful effects of smoking. Exposure to harmful chemicals. Wear a mask when using this chemical to avoid inhaling harmful fumes.
Swallow.
To make food, drink, pills, etc., pass down your throat into your stomach. Noun, small long-winged songbird noted for swift, graceful flight and the regularity of its migrations.
Examples:
Swallow a handful of pills. A swallowtail. I swallowed my anger and kept quiet.
Random.
Made, done, or happening without method, conscious decision, or any regular pattern.
Examples:
A random choice. Bombs fell at random. To find drunk drivers, police conduct random tests.
Jury.
A group of people called upon to render a verdict or judgment in a legal trial. A group of people chosen for a special purpose or task.
Examples:
Jury verdict. Jury duty. The judge instructed the jury on the law and the evidence presented in the trial.
Consistency.
The quality of acting or being done in the same way over time. The quality of not containing any logical contradictions.
Examples:
Lack consistency. Consistency of results. There's no consistency in his arguments.
Regulate.
To control something, especially by means of rules or laws.
Examples:
Regulate blood sugar levels. Regulate our conduct. We must manage to regulate our expenditure.
Lifetime.
The duration of someone's life or of something's existence.
Examples:
Lifetime benefits. Lifetime ban formed the sport. She had lived through 2 world wars in her lifetime.
Prune.
A dried plum that has a black, wrinkled appearance. Verb, to cut off branches from a tree, bush, or plant, especially to encourage growth.
Examples:
Prune a branch. Wrinkle like a prune. You should remove the seeds from the prunes before cooking.
Jungle.
An area of tropical forest wherein which trees and plants grow very thickly.
Examples:
Middle of the jungle. Jungle exploration. This village is still in a dense jungle.
Amend.
To change a text, law, statement, etc., slightly to remove faults or errors or to improve it.
Examples:
Amend a law. Amend his writing. The president agreed to amend the ill-defined regulations.
Hurdle.
A barrier or obstacle that must be overcome.
Examples:
Overcome hurdles. Hurdle race. The company faced several hurdles in the development of its new product.
Platform.
The raised flat space close to the track at a train station where passengers get on or off the train. Technology, a computational or digital environment in which a piece of software is executed.
Examples:
An arrival platform. A digital platform for enterprise. The speaker mounted the platform and started to speak.
Essential.
Indispensable, fundamental.
Examples:
Essential amino acid. Essential commodities of life. Trial and error is an essential part of education.
Complicated.
Involving a lot of different things or parts in a way that is difficult to understand or analyze.
Examples:
A complicated process. Become increasingly complicated. He did complicated pen and ink drawings in just a few days.
Uncertain.
Not being sure of something, not being able to choose.
Examples:
Numerous uncertain factors. Take an uncertain attitude. She was uncertain about her friend's intentions.
Whisper.
To speak very quietly to somebody using the breath rather than the voice so that only those close to you can hear you.
Examples:
Answer in a whisper. The whisper of the leaves. He took me aside and whispered in my ear.
Brain.
The organ inside the head that is responsible for one's movement, thought, memory, and feeling.
Examples:
Basic brain function. Permanent brain damage. X-rays revealed a small tumor in his brain.
Subconscious.
Relating to or concerning the part of the mind that is not fully conscious, but still influences thoughts, feelings, and behavior.
Examples:
Subconscious influence. Subconscious behavior. The subconscious mind is said to hold our deepest desires and fears.
Instinct.
An inborn behavioral pattern that is often responsive to specific stimuli, an innate feeling that causes you to act or believe that something is true.
Examples:
Instinct for self-preservation. Aggressive instinct. When faced with a dangerous situation, his initial instinct was to flee.
Creative.
Relating to or involving the use of skill and original and unusual ideas to create something.
Examples:
Creative writing. Barren of creative spirit. All the supervisor has to do is assign tasks that make his subordinates more creative.
Veneer.
A thin layer of material applied to the surface of something for decoration or protection, A superficial or deceptive outward appearance that conceals the true nature of something beneath it.
Examples:
Veneer knowledge. Veneer stone. The wooden table had a thin veneer of cherry wood on top, giving it a beautiful and glossy finish.
Conscious.
Being aware of and able to respond to what is happening around you.
Examples:
Conscious effort. Conscious of having succeeded. He became conscious that he was being followed.
Logic.
A way of thinking or reasoning conducted or evaluated by strict validity principles, the study of correct reasoning or good arguments.
Examples:
An indisputable logic. A demonstration in logic. There's no logic in his description.
Doubt.
A feeling of being uncertain about something, especially about how good or accurate it is.
Examples:
Dispel doubts. No doubt about the news. Doubt is the start, not the end, of intelligence.
Headache.
Pain in the head, someone or something that causes anxiety or trouble.
Examples:
Headache accompanied by fever. Bit of a headache. This pill will relieve your headaches immediately.
Tumor.
A mass of diseased tissue that forms when cells in the body divide and grow in an uncontrolled way.
Examples:
Tumor growth. Tumor at remote sites. The patient was diagnosed with a tumor in her lung.
Unnecessary.
Not needed or required, not essential or important.
Examples:
Unnecessary expense. Unnecessary hassle. The extra steps in the process were deemed unnecessary and removed to streamline production.
Accomplishment.
The successful completion of a task or goal, an ability that has been acquired by training.
Examples:
Proud of his accomplishments. The accomplishment of a social goal. Graduating from college was a major accomplishment for her.
Statistics.
The discipline that concerns the collection, organization, analysis, interpretation, and presentation of data.
Examples:
Statistics for cancer. Official statistics. The statistics demonstrate that poverty and unemployment are genuine problems.
Hell.
The place thought to be where bad people go and are punished after death, often depicted as being located beneath the earth, an extraordinarily unpleasant or difficult place.
Examples:
Run like hell. Hell broke loose. The battlefield became hell on earth.
AI.
Abbreviation for artificial intelligence, the theory and development of computer systems capable of doing activities that would ordinarily need human intelligence, such as object recognition, speech recognition, decision-making, and language translation.
Examples:
AI expert. Apply AI technology to art. The evolution of processors has dramatically improved the performance of AI.
Accomplish.
To finish or achieve something successfully.
Examples:
Accomplish a goal. Accomplish military operations. Humankind took centuries to accomplish true democracy.
Restore.
To repair or return something or someone to a previous good state or position.
Examples:
Restore order. Restore the emperor to the throne. The military regime has promised to restore democracy as soon as possible.
Tweak.
To pinch or squeeze something sharply, to adjust something finely.
Examples:
Tweak his cheek. Tweak the economy. He didn't tweak the plan, even though he had time.
Reform.
The act of improving or correcting something wrong or bad. Verb, to make a change in something to correct a flaw or improve it.
Examples:
Economic reform. Reform movement. The government is proposing a reform to the healthcare system to make it more accessible and affordable for all citizens.
Business person.
A person who is engaged in business, typically as an owner or executive.
Examples:
A young businessperson. Businessperson network. He was a successful businessperson and had much experience in the field.
Band-aid.
A small strip or patch of adhesive material, with a sterile gauze pad in the center, used to cover a minor wound or injury and help promote healing.
Examples:
Band-aid solution. Temporary band-aid fix. I cut my finger, so I put a band-aid on the wound.
Gape.
An act of opening the mouth wide, often as a sign of surprise, wonder, or boredom, a wide opening or gap in something, especially in a physical object or landscape. Verb, to open one's mouth wide, often as a result of surprise, shock, or amazement.
Examples:
Gape in amazement. Bird's gape. The Gape of the Grand Canyon is an awe-inspiring sight.
Extensive.
Covering a large area, having a wide range.
Examples:
Extensive experience. Have extensive vocabulary. The incident attracted extensive media coverage throughout the world.
Suffer.
To experience pain, distress, or hardship, to undergo or endure something painful or unpleasant.
Examples:
suffer a setback, suffer bad grades. The older man suffers from arthritis and finds it difficult to move around.
Pathology:
the study of the nature and cause of diseases and disorders, the medical specialty that deals with the diagnosis and treatment of diseases and disorders.
Examples:
benign pathology, clinical pathology. The pathology report showed no signs of cancer, giving her family a sense of relief.
Boundary:
a real or imaginary line that marks the limit or extent of something and separates it from other things or places.
Examples:
geographical boundary, the boundary between reality and fantasy. He wandered the boundary between life and death by gunfire.
Define:
to state or explain precisely the nature, scope, or meaning of something.
Examples:
define a word, define my position. To advance this discussion, we must define success rigorously.
Frontier:
a border that separates two countries, or the area near this line.
Examples:
frontier disputes, the Italian frontier with Switzerland. He worked at the frontier of behavioral economics.
Artificial:
not natural and made by human beings, not real, but produced to resemble something.
Examples:
artificial flowers, artificial environment. The artificial intelligence system has revolutionized the way we live and work.
Inviolable:
not to be violated or broken, secure from being violated, desecrated, or compromised.
Examples:
inviolable security measures, inviolable principles. The right to privacy is considered inviolable in many democratic societies.
Dike:
a wall or embankment built to hold back water and prevent flooding, a barrier made of earth, stone, or concrete, a narrow channel cut into rock or soil by erosion.
Examples:
water dike, coastal dike. The town council plans to repair the damaged dike along the riverbank.
Wade:
to walk through water that is not deep enough to swim in, to struggle or proceed slowly and laboriously through something, such as a difficult situation or a crowd of people.
Examples:
wade down a street, wade through paperwork. I had to wade through the knee-deep water to get to the other side of the river.
Rebuild:
to build again or anew.
Examples:
rebuild a company, rebuild communities. They are planning to rebuild the house after the fire.
Seesaw:
A long, narrow board balanced on a fulcrum or pivot point, often used as a toy or play equipment in a children's playground.
Examples:
Seesaw motion. Seesaw effect. The children played on the seesaw in the park.
Disappear.
To cease to exist or be visible.
Examples:
Disappear without a trace. Disappear after a week. They watched the train disappear into the distance.
Gym.
A place equipped for exercise and other physical training.
Examples:
Gym membership. A gym suit. She went to the fully equipped gym to work out every day.
Merry.
Cheerful and lively, often with a sense of joyfulness or celebration, characterized by a happy or festive mood.
Examples:
Merrymaking. Merry laughter. We had a merry time at the Christmas party, singing carols and drinking eggnog.
Associate.
To mentally connect someone or something with someone or something else.
Examples:
Associate alcohol with gambling. Associate with people widely. The majority of consumers associate this brand with quality.
Complexity.
The state or quality of being complicated or intricate and difficult to understand.
Examples:
Cognitive complexity. Complexity theory. The project's complexity made it difficult for the team to complete it on time.
Software.
A set of computer programs and associated documentation and data for doing particular computational jobs.
Examples:
Software architect. Copyrighted software. The company specializes in both hardware and software.
Norm.
Something that is regarded as usual, typical, or standard.
Examples:
Norm of action. Cultural norm. The systems we have developed has accepted as industry norms.
Objective.
A goal, aim, or purpose that is intended or sought after. A goal that is based on facts, evidence, or unbiased reasoning rather than personal opinions, feelings, or beliefs. Adjective, of or relating something that is based on facts and not influenced by personal feelings or biases.
Examples:
Objective assessment. Financial objective. The study's main objective is to identify risk factors for heart disease.
Philosophy.
The study of general and fundamental questions, such as those about existence, reason, knowledge, values, mind.
Examples:
Philosophy of education. Western philosophy. Ethics is a branch of philosophy.
Element.
A fundamental or essential part of something.
Examples:
New design elements. Non-metallic elements. Natural selection is an essential element in Darwin's theory of evolution.
Migrate.
To move from one country or region to another and settle there. To move from one place to another periodically or seasonally.
Examples:
Migrate across borders. Migrate a service. Many Germans migrated to South America in the mid-19th century.
Principle.
A fundamental law or truth that explains or controls how something happens or works.
Examples:
Principle of treatment. Principle in business. Efficiency isn't an essential principle here, fairness is.
Constitution.
The set of fundamental principles or established precedents that a state, a country, or an organization is governed by, the act of forming or establishing something.
Examples:
The national constitution. The national constitution. When the Constitution is amended, it often creates a great deal of controversy throughout the country.
Intern.
To put someone in prison, especially for political or military reasons. Noun, a student or trainee who works, sometimes for free, to get work experience or to fulfill qualification criteria.
Examples:
Intern civilians. Medical intern. The Navy interned ships of defeated nations.
Interpret.
To explain or assign the meaning of information, actions, etc.
Examples:
Interpret a graph. Interpret the question. Different people might interpret this news differently.
Humanize.
To make something or someone more humane or compassionate. To make something more relatable or understandable to humans.
Examples:
Humanize my pet. Humanize a room. The charity event aims to humanize the homeless rather than treat them as mere statistics.
Accord.
An official agreement or treaty between two organizations, countries, etc. Verb, allow to have.
Examples:
Accord with public opinion. By national accord. The organization finally signed a peace accord.
Affirmative.
Indicating agreement, support, or confirmation, positive or assertive in tone.
Examples:
Affirmative decision. Affirmative action. The teacher gave an affirmative nod to let the student know they had answered the question correctly.
Jurisdiction.
The extent or range of authority, power, or control exercised by a particular entity or organization, such as a government or court. The area within which such authority or control is exercised.
Examples:
local jurisdiction, limited jurisdiction. The case fell under the jurisdiction of the state court system.
Dismiss.
To regard something or someone as not important and not worth considering. To terminate someone's employment.
Examples:
dismiss a person from the office. Dismiss a matter with a laugh. The committee has decided to dismiss the president from the post.
Prejudice.
A thought or feeling that is unfair and makes no sense, mainly when it is formed without enough thought or knowledge.
Examples:
deep-rooted prejudice. Color prejudice. This community is free of social prejudice.
Quicksand.
A type of loose sand or soil that behaves like a liquid, capable of trapping and engulfing living beings or objects that become stuck in it. Dangerous or difficult situations that can trap or overwhelm people who find themselves in them.
Examples:
escaping from quicksand. Sink in quicksand. During my hiking trip, I got stuck in quicksand and had to be rescued.
Racism.
Prejudice, discrimination, or antagonism directed against a person or people based on their membership in a particular ethnic group, typically one that is a minority or marginalized.
Examples:
systemic racism. Research on anti-racism. The school's lack of diversity was a clear indication of the racism present in the community.
Gender.
The range of characteristics of femininity and masculinity and differentiating between them, especially when considering social and cultural differences rather than differences in biology.
Examples:
gender-blind policies. Dual gender. Cultural norms strongly influence gender expectations.
Discriminate.
To treat a person or particular group of people worse or better than another, especially in an unfair way, to recognize or perceive the difference between people or things.
Examples:
discriminate against women employees. Discriminate between different things. You should not discriminate against minorities.
Pollution.
The introduction of harmful substances or waste into the natural environment that causes adverse change.
Examples:
environmental pollution. High levels of air pollution. The pollution is endangering the local plants and animals.
Eliminate.
To remove or get rid of someone or something.
Examples:
eliminate contestants. Eliminate sexual barriers. We can eliminate this possibility from those consumptions.
Bound.
To move forward by leaps and bounds, to form the boundary of something.
Examples:
bounded with delight. bound up a staircase. Canada bounds on the United States.
Accountability.
The state of being responsible for one's actions or decisions, the obligation to explain, justify, or take ownership of one's actions or their consequences, the expectation of being answerable and liable for the outcomes of one's behavior or performance.
Examples:
Government accountability, individual accountability. Activists questioned the company's accountability for the environmental impact of its operations.
Appellate.
Relating to or having the power to hear appeals from lower courts or tribunals, referring to a court that primarily hears appeals.
Examples:
Appellate procedure, appellate jurisdiction. The appellate court reviews cases that have already been tried in lower courts.
Voter.
A person who votes or has a legal right to vote in a political election.
Examples:
An eligible voter, voter apathy. The election administration nullified the election results because of voter fraud.
Decision.
The act or process of making up someone's mind about something, a choice or judgment reached after considering options.
Examples:
Decision authority, a selfish decision. She was struggling to make a decision between two job offers.
Disgruntled.
Displeased, dissatisfied, or resentful, often because of unfair treatment or perceived injustices.
Examples:
Become disgruntled at work. Disgruntled customer. The disgruntled employee quit her job after being passed over for a promotion.
Denominator.
The number below the line in a fraction.
Examples:
Common denominator. Different denominators. The first step is to rationalize the denominator of a fraction.
Shift.
A slight transition in position, direction, or trend.
Examples:
Doppler shift. Major paradigm shift. Could you help me shift some furniture?
Toss.
To throw something carelessly with a light motion.
Examples:
Toss a coin. Toss the bottle into a trash can. It would be best if you tossed out all those old magazines.
Unreasonable.
Not fair, sensible, or likely to be true.
Examples:
Unreasonable demand. An unreasonable amount of money. It would be unreasonable for me to expect you to work overtime without any extra compensation.
Agency.
An organization or business that is responsible for specific activities or services, especially when representing other organizations or businesses, the capacity or power to act or exert influence, the ability to make decisions and take action.
Examples:
Real estate agency, intelligence agency. The government agency regulated the country's food and drug safety standards.
Decide.
To make up someone's mind about something, to come to a conclusion or judgment after considering options.
Examples:
Decide a question. Decide on a course of action. She couldn't decide whether to order the pizza or the pasta for dinner.
Descend.
To move downward and lower, to come from or to be connected by a relationship of blood.
Examples:
Descend a steep hill. Descend by elevator. She was descended from an old Italian noble family.
Gridlock.
A situation in which traffic or progress is obstructed due to congestion, blockage, or a lack of movement, a deadlock or impasse in negotiations or decision-making.
Examples:
Gridlock situation. Political gridlock. The rush hour traffic in the city often leads to gridlock on the highways.